Hi guys, so I want to explain this video about the deadly sins, which is the one on the left, and the heavenly virtues, which is the one on the right. We're going to explain about the deadly sins first, then we're going to move to the heavenly virtues, which is the light side things. The deadly sins are on the dark side, and these are the ones that are very deadly, and they can actually make you fall faster the more you feed them. And if you do not control yourself, the more you let these affect you, the darker and the more you crush your soul and your spirit. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is work our the lowest to the highest. So the first one is the lowest is sloth. Oh yes, the one that the lazy one who is always lazy, just laying around. But sloth is a deadly sin. Just imagine if you have like a lot of values on the ground. Let's say like let's take these like iron blocks and like diamond blocks, and we just like toss them on the ground. And let's say these are blessings flowing from God. And pretty much we just like lay around, just do nothing. Don't want to even put in the work. See, we can use these, all the blessings that we have from God. See, we can use these to craft more stuff. But the fact that when you do the daily sin sloth, you're not putting any value or any work into making these. You see, in Minecraft we can use these to make armor and craft tools. Excuse me. My bad about the burp. But yeah, we can like pretty much craft tools. We can craft anything, whatever materials flows. And pretty much that's one thing that makes the daily sin sloth very dangerous. You are wasting so much time, and you should be having a lot more. Yes, that's one thing we should all stay away from is daily sin called sloth. You are wasting a lot of time. Next up, glutton. Glutton, overconsume things that your body can handle. Like this is part of also obesity, but it can also be also over consuming like certain like drugs. It's not just straight up eating or obesity. I feel like pretty much whenever you like over consume things like steroids, like just naturally where your body just couldn't even handle, you are tearing up the insides, which is also tearing up the temple of the Holy Spirit. And pretty much this is pretty much another thing, especially if you are an emotional eater. I tell you, being an emotional eater is one of the ones that just like it hurts and it sucks to be an emotional eater. So pretty much one thing is stay away from gluttony because you are over consuming what your body can naturally handle. Next one, lust. Yes, pretty much obsessing with objects, like being obsessed with stuff. Lusting over stuff. You can lust over anything. This one also takes all your attention away from God too. Like all these take your attention away from God. All of these. So yes, like lust. This is like obsessing with the body. Like we all lust. We all struggle with this. But this one's like being obsessed with objects. Like on in my like other video, let's see over here. In my other video, I also made this the temple. You can check it out if you want. But like pretty much, your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and a temple is basically an object, and our body is flesh, and also you can like think of it like an object too. Would you even lust over something that is pretty much dead if you do not actually pay attention? So if our spirit and our soul leaves the body, then our flesh that was there is dead. So pretty much never lust over the body, because this is definitely this. And I'm telling you, lust can ruin joy. I'm telling you, you just like pretty much straight up watching all these like stuff. I'm talking about all these men who are watching like OnlyFans girl and all these stuff about their own body, and they're willing to buy money and just keep growing. Think of that, and tell you that is also bad, and you do not want to ruin your joy at all. And yes, stay away from lust. And we got wrath, anger, bitterness, hatred. You just like feel it all, just hatred. Like you holding a grudge over someone, you're angry, you like just pure hatred. Think of that one. I'll tell you. Think of that one friend that you just hate so bad, or that one person you just hate, and every time you're around them, you're all like hardened. It's like you just like pure anger, like you just want to explode and hit them. Every time you look at them, and your blood is like boiling over thousands of degrees. Feels like it. Then you, this is a deadly sin. I tell you, one thing: stay away from wrath and forgive. I know it may be hard to do it, but I'm telling you, forgiveness will help you a lot. Then forgiveness will help you a lot. You can still forgive that person that you hate. Just say, I forgive you, and pretty much just walk away. And do not keep your eye on that hatred. Keep hatred, keep bitterness, keep wrath, like keep poison even out your heart. All these stuff that's bad for your heart, keep them out. Be positive. Greed. Yes, like this is one of the ones that is commonly known. And greed is a sin, like it's pretty much a bottomless pit. Greed over anything. Like you just like never satisfied. You want more power, more, more. And this is very, very dangerous. And one thing is greed is pretty much kind of like like you worshiping money. Look at this. So greed is pretty much you just like do this. And this ties to also a sin called idol idolatry. Yes, you're putting promote stuff over God. See, when you do this, talking about worshiping money, you're committing a sin called idolatry. And I'm telling you, do not worship money. Do not put anything on this earth over God. And what this does is it makes God jealous. Never put money or never worship prophets. Like, kind of like, let's say like this is the foundation of like a statue, and then and we make this like a diamond like statue person, diamond statue person. Let's say this is the statue, and literally it's like you're praising it, worshiping, but do not to do this. I'm telling you, that is also a sin called idolatry. I don't know how to spell idolatry, so forgive me on this, but yeah, this is a sin called idolatry. When you praise a false prophet, I'm talking about statue, anything that is like just standing there like going up to like any type of statue, like take the statue literally and you just like praising it, worshiping it. Do not do that. They do not do that. Do not worship false prophets, talking about these statues, and do not worship money. Do not ever put money over God, because these tied to idolatry. And pretty much, just want to tell you, worshiping statue is not greed. That is just another thing that's connected to idolatry. But greed is worship money or your bottomless pit, or greed is never sad to basically this is what thing this is called greed, never satisfied. Just after you eat, then you just want more, more, more. You just want more. But yeah, by the way, this is not tied to greed, but it's just also, but it's tied to idolatry. So yeah, greed is never satisfied, and money is also greed. You just never satisfy what you got. Now we're gonna go to envy. And we all envy. Like wanted something what someone has. Wanted something what someone has. Tell you, do not envy. And envy is a deadly sin. It's like pretty much you're comparing yourself to others. Like you wanted what someone has. But I'm telling you, do not envy someone. This is a deadly sin. I tell you, once you envy someone or you do envy someone, I tell you, inside it hurts. I tell you, it also poisons. And I tell you, do not envy. Trying to, and also it can also create self-doubt. And this is one of the ones I actually struggle with that time, especially with my own family. Cause like whenever I was young, because my sister and my brother like like graduate and like became successful, like I was just like so upset because of how much they are successing, and I just constantly just compared myself and like just doubted, and that's when I gained personality self-hatred. And I still have it to this day, but I try not to self-hate myself. Yeah, this can ruin your joy. This can like pretty much make you doubt yourself, compare yourself to other, thinking you're just not it. Wanted something that someone has. And envy, also with all the sins. Envy, greed, wrath, lust, gluttony, sloth can grow this word. Yes, the worst sin of them all. Pride. The worst sin. The one that got Lucifer casted out of heaven. And pride. Thinking you're better than others, like just being so selfish. You just so self-absorbent. And pride has arrogance, thinking you're better than other, vain, like I just said, like looking at oneself, thinking you're never wrong. Narcissism, like another like self-entitled one, think you're always right. Yes, and pretty much arrogance. So we're gonna explain what arrogance is. So like, let's take like, let's say like, who who would be like a good one? Who would be like a good? Where's the spawn eggs? All right, so alright, I don't know what would be good. Like, spawn egg. I'm just gonna do a more simple way. Alright, let's take let's try to make like a wooden sculpture of a person. Oh, this is arrogant. So we're gonna say like this wooden sculpture right here. This darker one is arrogance, and the white one is pretty much humility and humbleness. The modest view of oneself. So pretty much, and then we're gonna like use this like let's just use pretty much, I'll say the grass block there as the line, like the line, where like this is the line. And we're gonna like pretty much use glowstone as like the soul. So as a humble humility person, your soul, your like mindset is right here. But as an arrogant person, this is what thing that arrogance is like. Arrogance mind is up there, thinking you're all that, thinking you all that in the bag of chips. You're just the shit. You're this arrogant one. And I tell you, this is a very bad sin. I'm telling you, pride is very, very bad. And pretty much arrogant people just think that pretty much they're better than anybody. Like here's some arrogant people. Look up look at name Andrew Tate. Look at this is a YouTuber who's also arrogant, internet artist, and who's another arrogant person? Oh, The Rock. Everybody knows The Rock. Everybody knows The Rock. Yes, those are arrogant people. I tell you, their mindset is up there. And pretty much, this is one thing that is very bad. I'm telling you, arrogance just thinks they're just never like pretty much on the same level, and then that pretty much everybody's below them, looking down. And also the next one is also a prideful thing. It's narcissism. Can't take responsibility. Everything is feels like a betrayal when you set boundaries for them. Like I'm telling you, narcissism. I'm telling you, this is one thing how narcissists feels. This is their heart. They it's just like you can never fill in the gap. I'm talking about like pretty much this is the heart. And pretty much whenever you like actually start falling heavy virtues and do all this, you can fill in your heart with light, love, everything. That's a positive person. But for like an arrogant person, narcissistic, something, it's like you just can't really feel it. Like there are some arrogant people who don't have narcissism, but narcissism like cannot fill in the gaps. Really. It's just like they are hungry, they want power, they want like I'm telling you, they want it all, like pretty much. And if you try to say, like, try to go up to a narcissistic person, like, and tell them, yo, do you think you can own your own business with ease? And I bet they would say, sure. Like, it's easy to take care of my own business. See, that is one of my mindset that pretty much says you love power. You love, like, everything. You will take over anything. That's the mindset of pride. You just want power. You think you can do anything. And pretty much narcissism is just thinking you are never wrong. You're just them, him, and also manipulation. It's twisting. And this is one thing that is hooked to another sin, and that is lie. Let's just put lion. Lion. Yes, this lion. Manipulation. And I'm telling you, another thing is mu ni I don't know how to manipulate. I don't know how to spell this, but yeah, you know what I mean, Missy. I'm just gonna spell like manipulate this, I guess. Manipulate, but yeah, manipulate is very much like twisting, like pretty much twisting words and like pretty much controlling people. Dang it. Lying is twisting words. It's also a manipulation tactic too. That narcissists use. And pretty much another thing they another thing is narcissists love control. This is one thing narcissism loves. They they love control. Lion lion and So they like control, lion. But yeah, and yeah, and one thing is, narcissistic people are also arrogant. They think they're all that, and I'm telling you, it comes with their very internal insecurity. They just don't like feeling small. And also, this is also a narcissistic one too. Vain. And vain is pretty much looking at oneself. So like, let's take like, where's that on? Oh, let's take this. Now we're gonna make a mirror. This is a mirror. By the way, you know it don't look like, but it represents the mirror. So yeah, the vain person will look at this. I talking about look at their own reflection. Imagine like you see those like women like that just straight up just like flex like they just straight up just pose in front of the mirror. I'm talking a lot of time. That's just become their natural way. Thing pretty much depends on how she is. She can be vain. I'm telling you, she looks at herself that she is never ever wrong. She always looks at herself. She is always right. She's all that. She got this and that. Like she is never like pretty much thinking about like others as much. Tell you, vain is so I'm telling you, so selfish and so self-absorbent that it is straight up just bad. And you're just not looking out for others. See, like there could be like pretty much other people who are like talking to her, like represent these as the people. She is only looking at herself or himself, whatever. They're only looking at themselves instead of the people out as much. And that is a vain. That is a very, very bad sin. Right? That is pride. And this is one thing why pride is the worst sin. See, arrogance, narcissists like are very insecure and they can never feel the gap of their hearts, and they just always looking at the mirror. And pretty much pride is the worst one of them all. Sloth can grow your pride. All you have to do is think of this. Construction worker, a 6-man job, and there's only 5 of them working, and one is just laying down like I'm talking about. There are 6 people job, and 6 workers, 5 of them are working, and and just decide to lay down, and then you also put in more stress on people, and you are also just straight up also just doing nothing, and you are also just straight up just laying there just doing nothing. And another thing is, once the project is done and then like the person who like tells you to build this like skyscraper gas station, and then all the workers return, even the slaughter will try to fit in. the workers are trying to fit in. So like pretty much as in that one worker who's the softer tries to fit in, and then pretty much straight up, he also said that he is there. He was always there. Like pretty much he helped with the work, but he's the one who laid down, did nothing, and then he just tried to twist, fit in, and that's when his pride comes in. Tried to like pretty much fit in, twist words, and that is pretty much control. He's lying, and he knows he haven't worked. Then he just walked off and just be feeling like sad and upset, angry. And tell you, as that sloth person, he can also have wrath. That's a deadly sin. Lying, that's a sin. Lying is an lionlets are an abomination to the Lord. He manipulates, trying to like twist, like try to control everything. Yeah, that's the bad thing about sloth. Gluttonous, just power, like just straight up, just like over consuming more than you can handle. Like you cannot over consume food or other produce. And then you, and this ties to also greed. And greed, I'm telling you, greed is worship money, idolatry, which is sin, and never satisfied, and which can also grow your pride. Pride ties to arrogance also. Greed, see gluttony tied to greed, and greed can grow to pride. And lust, obsessing with the body, that is bad. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, and your body is just nothing but flesh. You are a soul, spirit inside of flesh, and your body is just pretty much an object. And you decide to like just straight up, just like pretty much lust over objects, bodies, like parts. You just think like pretty much you're just like not even doing that, or that's just normal. I'm telling you, be careful. This this is a very dangerous sin. It may not seem small until you just keep doing it. I'm telling you, once you try to stop doing it, it ruins joy. I'm telling you. Like, wrath. I'm telling you, keep all that bitterness at your heart. I'm telling you, wrath makes you hold grudges. Wrath makes you hate people. Wrath makes you bitter. Like anger, your blood just constantly boiling. And one thing about wrath can also be hooked with envy too. Imagine like you are envious of someone, and then pretty much you are just like pretty much be brought with pure hatred and disgust because like you're like let's say your roommate bought a new like desktop computer and like a game system all in one go, and then once you find out that he got this, you grab a baseball bat and you just looked at it and you are envious of that one guy, and you decide to just smash it all just with pure hatred, bitterness, like just pure hatred. Like you decide to smash all this with pure hatred because you're envious, and after you pretty much destroy it, you just feel like a relief. See, I'm telling you, this is bad. Wrath is bad, envy is bad, all these stuff is bad, and greed is bad too. Greed grows pride. And prideful people just think they're all that. They never wrong. Like they just think they're the ones. But I'm telling you, pride is the worst. And greed, you're just like putting money over God, which is straight up bad. And we all know God is the most powerful. And you're just never satisfied with what you got. Like imagine just having 100K, and then you just wanna like just have money. You want more money. You want more money. That is straight up bad. Like never satisfied with what you got. And remember, 99%, I think 98, 99% of the population are broke, and a few are billionaires. And think about it. Here's one person that also is greed. Look up Logan Paul. He's he has greed, and pretty much, I'm telling you, him like putting a lot of money, just straight up, just putting money over anything. That is just bad. And pretty much, lion lips are an abomination to the Lord. I'm telling you, the Lord looks at lion as pure, like with pure disgust. I'm telling you, lion, he looks at lion with pure disgust, hatred. Like he hates lion lips. Lion lips are an abomination. And manipulating is bad too. But I'm not saying everyone's good, but I'm telling you, do not manipulate. Actually be honest with yourself. And I'm telling you, do not be arrogant. Do not be vain. Do not be narcissistic. Stay away from lying, and do not try to be the one who always wants control. And do not, I'm telling you, do not worship statues. Always worship God. Now, we're going to get to the light side of things. The heavenly virtues. Diligence. The opposite of sloth. This is the complete opposite of sloth. Diligence, like actually putting the work and everything. What you got. Pretty much, someone, like we all have diligence. We all can have diligence. Even, I tell you, even like the one who is a person in like a wheelchair can still have diligence. Like put them as like a one that works at home and just put in the work to try to make money off the computer. You don't have to put like just your straight feet on the ground to be diligent. You can even like pretty much put in the work you gotta do to be diligent. Get what you gotta go. Tell you, diligence is a virtue. Put in the work. Make it grow. If you want more, you gotta make it grow and rely on God. Always put God first. Pray. Love God all the time. And worship, praise to God every day, not just on Sunday. Every day. Then you also got temperance, which I don't know how to really explain. I'm gonna look it up. Temperance. Rinse. Definition. Moderation, self-control, and restraint in action. So basically like self-control, like in action. Yes. So yes, moderation, restraint, self-control. And also compassion. This is my very heavenly virtue. And I love being compassionate. I'm telling you, it feels really good to be a compassionate person. But this is one thing compassion is also tied to. It's also tied to kindness. Also, humble, humility. It can like pretty much be tied to a bit of diligence if you put the work in just for someone. But compassion, I tell you, is pretty much my favorite one. Just think of that one person. So let's say someone is in like negative like 10 degrees weather, and the compassionate person sees this person is struggling in that weather. So pretty much he says, "Yo, hop in my car," and then the compassionate person also went to the store, and the one who was in the cold weather say, "Yo, why we why we at the store?" And the compassionate person say, "I'm just finna get something real quick. I'll be right back." And then he just goes in there, get a blanket, like some stuff that are like that would help him in this cold weather. And then pretty much he bought them and then just took it to the man who was sitting in the cold weather. And the man just was shocked to see what he got. He got some like he got a blanket, he got like some other stuff that keep him warm, everything, because he showed because the man who bought the stuff showed compassion to him. And I tell you, compassion is the best one. Also, you can also be compassionate too, without even thinking. Think of like, oh, like pretty much your mother is just sitting down, and pretty much you just straight up just like knows that like let's say her legs are hurting, and you decide to like just straight up just grab some pillows or like a like something like to lift her legs up, and you just say your mother lift up your feet, and they say what's this for? Just to help you lace up it, and depending on how they react, but someone said, "Oh, thank you," showing compassion to her, and you understand that the legs are hurting, or you just pretty much put a armrest under your father's like pretty much arm. I'm talking about your daddy. You just want to rest, want the father's arm to rest on the pillow. You're showing compassion. You just want to like just make them more comfortable. So yeah, compassion is really good heavenly virtue. Charity. Charity also shapes the soul. Imagine just like just donating, donate charity. Kind of like let's say someone has like a lot of money, and he sees that these people are like struggling. Like this guy decided to donate, like let's say he's a billionaire, he decided to donate $10,000 into them because he wanted to save the homeless people and tell them pretty much to rent like a hotel or like rent like a place where they can like sleep, donating charity. And pretty much you only donate charity because you wanted to help. Don't just want to donate charity to make yourself look good. Donate because that's what your heart says. And then we got humility, having the modest view and interest of others. I think myself. I think let's say you're interested in others self, and pretty much you do not look at your values over anybody else. And humble, humble yourself, having the modest view of oneself. And this is one thing about humble. You are on the same level as everybody else. And kindness, just people without giving people stuff without expecting a return. You're just doing it because that's what your heart say, and you just want to help people. Just help them without expecting anything from return, and that is really good. And also, another thing about heavenly virtues, love is really good too. I tell you, love. One thing about love, you feel deeply connected to someone, like especially if you're a man that loves your girlfriend deeply. You love. And here's one thing about love. You don't have to love up close. You can be at the other side of the planet and still feel it. I know that might sound off if you think about it. No matter the distance, you can still feel it. No matter the distance, you can still feel it. And love sets boundaries. So, like, pretty much, if, let's say, like, your own girlfriend hits you, and you want to hit back, but you just chose not to. You just chose to walk away. Just say, I'm gonna go, like, pretty much, like, sit down. You just set in a boundary and just walk away and just calm down instead of hitting her back. And then you men do not hit your wives, and wives do not stir with your husband. Do not hit your husband either. And also, always love. You can love your friends, you can love your mom, you can love anybody. Whoever you feel deeply connected to, you can still love. And also, always stay humble. Have this type of mindset. Talking about this is the level of everybody else. I'm talking about whoever is. This is the level of everybody else. Have this type of mindset. Do not have that one. Do not be vain, do not be narcissistic, and do not be arrogant. Stay humble, growing your humility, and always keep doing heavenly virtues. Then you can look them up. But I'm telling you, we all sinned, we all sinners. But I'm telling you, stay away from pride, stay away from all this stuff. Also, another thing you should stay away from is this witchcraft. I haven't known this one yet, but this is another thing you should always stay away from. Stay away from witchcraft. Also, stay away from politics. This is what another thing you should always stay away from politics. And one thing is do not have in your heart no hate, dread, no bitterness, no bitterness, and never. I'm telling you, this is the biggest one. Never unforgive. Telling you, never unforgive. Never hold bitterness. Never hate. And also, never look down on people. Never look down on people. And never be arrogant, never be vain, never be narcissistic. And stay away from this word, this whole word, pride. Always follow these. And another thing, always forgive. Always forgive. Forgiveness opens the heart, and forgive one another as your Father forgave you. And Another thing is chastity. It's another heavenly virtue. Then this is self-control, and you can be in front of girls. Like if you're a man, you can be in front of girls with bikinis on, with strong chastity. You, you are not obsessing over the girls. You are not lusting. You just look at them like a normal person. One thing is focus on the core. Do not lust over the body. The core matters more. I'm talking about like your soul, what's inside you, spiritual. Like yes, focus on the core and have really strong chastity, especially at the beach. And always try to like pretty much learn about heavenly virtues. I tell you, the heavenly virtues help a lot, but these will drain you. These pull you down. They're called deadly sins for a reason. And always stay away from deadly sin. Focus on heavenly virtues and do not be like this wood right here. Be like this quartz. This is what you want to be like. As always, be safe.